So my daughter and I are getting ready for our trip to the Sunshine Coast Trail, which is a 180-kilometer hut-to-hut hike on the very west coast of British Columbia, Canada. It's not the West Coast Trail, which is on the west coast of Vancouver Island in British Columbia in Canada. It's on the actual mainland. It's not a national park or a provincial park. It's actually been built by volunteers along with the logging company in cooperation with the logging companies. They've built shelters, composting toilets, the whole works. So it's kind of similar to the Appalachian Trail where you go from shelter. You could stop at shelters. You don't have to stay at shelters, but they have shelters along the way. And if you're there with other people, you actually share them with the other hikers. My daughter and I are leaving in a couple days. We're going to be hiking about 50 kilometers, just the two of us. And then we'll be going through a town called Powell River. And in that town, my husband is going to meet up with us and do the rest of the trail. He had no interest in doing the entire trail and spending his entire vacation in the wilderness. So, whereas I kind of felt like if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do the whole thing. So, yeah, we'll be keeping track of how everything's going and the whole process. And I hope you follow along. Thanks. Okay, so my darling daughter is going to go through what she's got for her pack. And hopefully she has everything.
This is my hiking stuff. I have my 2 pairs of shoes, my sandals and my hikers.
Okay.
And I have my trekking poles. I have my pocket knife and my cooking materials, my headlamp. Here I have my blanket, my sleeping bag, my what do you call those? Air mattress and my pillow.
Okay.
Here I have my toiletries. I don't really know what to call them. Toothbrush, toothpaste, bug spray, ponytails. Here I have my hydration, headband, rain jacket, clothes, rain pants, buff and backpack, and then right here I have bear bangers.
Awesome. Well, I would say that you have, I think, what you need. And plenty of space for me to put food in your pack. Hello. So we're getting ready to leave for our hike in a bit to the Sunshine Coast Trail in BC. And I finally got the last of our stuff together. Sage did her video yesterday of what's in her pack. I'm gonna go through what's gonna be in my pack, and keep in mind that a lot of the stuff that I have is for 3 people. Some of it is not actually going to be in my pack, but just to get to Vancouver, it's probably most of it's gonna go into my pack. Yeah, so let's get to it. All right, so here is a look at what's going to be in my pack. I'm a little nervous. I got a frameless pack, and I did not get a chance to try it before our hike, which I know is a big no-no, but what do you do? I'm gonna have to make do. My daughter's already claimed my framed pack as her own because she kind of outgrew hers, so be it. So I've got my hiking poles. They're by Ace Camp. They are the twist to tighten ones, which I keep hearing are maybe not so great, but so far they've served me well. I've had no problem with them sneaking down or anything, and quite happy with them. My hydration, I've got my Knock water bag and a Sawyer Micro. My butt pad for sitting, which is great. So my sleep system, I have the Big Agnes Copper Spur 3, I believe it is, so fits 3 people. And my quilt, which is a homemade quilt. My Climate sleeping pad, probably a little heavier than I really need. It's kind of a winter insulated one, but it's what I've got, so be it. And a inflatable pillow. I also have my cook set, which is a larger pot and a smaller pot. I've got a little bit of soap, my stove, some scrubbies, and a lighter. My bit of a first aid kit, again, a little overkill, but it's for 3 of us, and my daughter has a blister problem. Got some cutlery, titanium cutlery, my toiletries. So I've got my tooth tabs, a toothbrush, some deodorant, Diva Cup, because you never know. I've got some hair ties in there and a hair elastic, a hair band. I probably should get my contacts in there as well, just in case something happens to my glasses, and a big bottle of Aleve, because I am doing this hike with arthritic knees, which kind of sucks. My electronics. I've got 2 power banks. Again, I'm probably not going to be carrying both of these. One of these will go in somebody else's pack. I've got some cards for the GoPro, my charger, the Garmin, my InReach, some batteries for the GoPro, my headlamp, and some earbuds, and of course the cords. I've got a raincoat with my buff. I have my clothes in this bag, some little carriers for the outside of my pack, shoes and rope for our bear bag, my book, Sunshine Coast Trail, and then these are our food bags. Again, probably definitely not going to be all in my bag. I believe that this bag is the bag that's going to be just for my daughter and I, and the other 2 are for when my husband meets us. And he's actually going to be brought over to meet me from my parents. My parents are going to be driving him across from the island. So I will be able to take that and drop that off at their house. So, and again, the tent as well, I don't believe will stay all in my pack. I will be sharing the load. As you can see, my daughter's pack over here has barely anything in it. So she will get some of the food for sure. So that's it. I hope we have everything. This is nerve-wracking, this packing part. All right, so I have my clothes for our trip. We've got a long sleeve, mosquito repellent button-up shirt, my North Face hiking pants that convert into shorts so that I have an extra pair of shorts, my backcountry women technical shirt, a sleeveless tank top type deal, some leggings, my CVG leggings, some underwears, shorts, 3 pairs of socks, a sports bra, which will also double as my bathing suit, and a bathing suit bottom, my raincoat, and a fleece sweater. Oh, and I have a buff as well, which is not shown here. Okay, so I've got my food here. We've got them all put out for each day. This one, and this one are all just Sage and I hiking. And then from here over is going to be the 3 of us hiking. So that's why they look like they're so full. I've got some interesting stuff here. This is our stuffing and gravy day. So I've got like vegan stovetop stuffing. It's not stovetop, it's a different brand. Mashed potatoes, vegan gravy. So that'll be our supper. And each one of these has got Cliff Bars. It's got some dehydrated meals I made, granola bars, our Lenny and Larry cookies, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, some chili I made, Indian chili or curry. And then these are our miscellaneous packs. So extra cookies, snacks, extra coffee, dehydrated peanut butter, coconut. And the only other thing that I still need to get is some tortillas for some like tortilla wrapped lunches. Oh, this is a miscellaneous thing too. Some hummus. Yeah. So that's our food for 12 days for the Sunshine Coast Trail.